Okay, and back up here with Ayden. This is September the 11th, 2019. And, we're talking about September the 11th. I actually remember where I was 9/11, 2001. I was on the way back to the Middle East when all of the things happened there. But anyway, this is a little bit of a different thing. So, Ayden, I've been looking over some of these documents. Some of the court documents that evidently your mother filed today. Against your father. But before we go into those, I just want to ask you about a couple of other things. So this is an exhibit, and let me just go ahead and, if you don't mind, I'm going to put it up here. It just says, you were Beastie Boy, is that right?
Yeah, that's my name on PlayStation.
Okay, that's your name on PlayStation. Dad, come pick me up, please, with multiple exclamation points. They threw me against the wall, come pick me up. What happened in this situation?
So, like a couple hours before, I tried to call my dad, and my mom wouldn't let me, and she took away the phone I was trying to call my dad on, or it was like a tablet thing I was trying to call him on. And so she took it away, and she locked me in the bathroom for like 30 minutes, and called her husband Jimmy to come home and do something. So then he unlocks the bathroom door, throws it open, walks in, and then just shoves me into the bathtub. And I had my tailbone on the faucet, and it hurt. And then so a couple hours later, I'm like afraid of like what they're gonna do next. And so I call my dad on PlayStation.
Yeah, please come pick me up. Come pick me up, please. They threw me against the wall.
Told him that they threw me against the wall. And asked him to come help me pick me up.
So this was your stepdad that threw you against the wall.
Yes.
It was not your mom.
No.
It was your stepdad, Jimmy. But your mom told him to take care of you. Was that right, or to do something?
Do something. Yes.
Okay, but this is he threw you against the wall. Were the police called on this at all?
They were not.
Okay, but there were other times that the police was called as far as for things on Jimmy. Is that correct?
No.
Okay, there was never any time that they were called. Okay.
CPS came out twice, but CPS did never do anything.
Okay, so CPS came out to investigate, and they really did not
they didn't
do much of a job. But in this instance right here, you did create this group. It says, Dad, come pick me up, please. They threw me against the wall. They meaning Jimmy. So Jimmy Womack threw you against the wall. Come pick me up. And you stated that your tailbone was hurt?
Yeah, I landed on the faucet.
Okay. And there's another picture right here. Now, this picture may be from a different day, but your knee is pretty bruised here.
Yeah.
What actually happened in this situation?
That was when he shot the paintball gun at me, and then the next day they were taking everything away in my room. And then they took away my clothes, and I tried to stop them. Like, I stood in front of the clothes, like, don't take my clothes, and these are my clothes. And so he grabs my shirt, and he throws me around the room, and, like, throws me against the ground, and then he slings me. And I hit my knee against the corner of the bed, and that's where that bruise came from.
So when they took your clothes, what exactly happened there? I mean, I know you mentioned, I heard a little bit about this, I believe, the day that we were at court. I believe you started to mention that, or mentioned it off camera, or maybe it was a different time. But tell me a little bit more about what happened when they took your clothes.
Okay, so the day before that incident happened, Jimmy came in our room and shot the paintball gun at me in my chest and my head. It wasn't loaded, but it makes a lot of noise, and it'll startle you. And then so he leaves, and nothing happens that day. And then the next day, my mom comes in and she takes the books, and then she comes in later and she takes the door, and then later she comes in and takes the clothes, and so takes them to our room, and then I take them back to my room, like, don't take my clothes. And so so she calls her husband Jimmy, and he comes home from his work. And he comes in and he's like, you can't have these clothes. And I told him, these are my clothes. I need clothes. I need food, clothing, shelter. And these are one of the things I need. And so he tries to come past me to get the clothes. And he pushes me, and I push him. And then he grabs me by that shirt, and he swings me around. He swings me on the ground. He swings me across the room onto the bed frame, like the corner of the bed. And that's where I hit the inside of my knee.
So is Jimmy a pretty big guy, or average size guy, or?
He's like average size.
But does he have a temper?
Yes, he has a temper.
So Jimmy has a big temper, and obviously there's been at least a couple of times here that he has either thrown you against the wall, or in this instance right here, he threw you and bruised your knee.
Yes.
He shot you in a sense with that paint gun, even though you said it was empty. It was just basically just to harass or to frighten you.
To harass me and just terrorize me and just humiliate me and say that he can do whatever he wants to me and no one's gonna stop him.
Yeah. So he does not seem like the best of guys.
He's not.
Okay, but I'm sure that publicly he probably has a persona. He probably thinks
and
that
in public he calls himself the ex-chief of police from Lake Worth, and he like uses that to try and act like he's a good person when like behind the scenes and when nobody else is around, he's a mean person. He's cruel, and he just is not how he acts in public.
You said that he was the ex-chief of police?
Yes, but he was fired. He says he's retired, but he got fired.
Really? What did he get fired for?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
They didn't ever tell me.
But so he was an ex-chief of police that got fired. I'm kind of wondering. I mean, you can theorize about a lot of things, but he is not a nice guy, and he's abused you.
Yes.
And he's not your father.
No.
He's not somebody that you even chose to really want to be around. Is that correct?
No.
Okay. So by the way, how does your real father compare to him?
My dad is one of the greatest people I'll ever know. He's fought for me to see me my entire life and for me to have a relationship with him my entire life.
Yeah, I know your dad, and I've been very impressed with his character. So I can only imagine. I can never imagine your dad doing anything that your stepdad is doing.
No, not
I
at all.
can never imagine your dad being abusive. I can never imagine your dad putting you in physical danger or doing something to physically hurt you. I could never imagine your dad trying to terrorize you. In fact, every time I've seen you together, everything has been fine. It's been wonderful. You've got a very good relationship. You don't have that with your stepdad.
No.
And yet your mother uses your stepdad as a discipline tool in a sense. I mean, why does your mother call your stepdad in?
Because she won't do anything. Because when CPS does come out, she can blame it on him and not her.
Wow, so CPS knows then that he's doing these things and still will not do anything.
Yes. For that photo right there, it was
Yeah.
taken, but it didn't have my face in it, so they wouldn't do anything.
I've got it. Okay.